Hello guys and welcome to our new video. It's been a while since our last video and you're probably asking what happened because there was almost, I would say, maybe even a month from our last video. You probably ask, did he go into the big downswing and he's not recording sessions anymore? Is he alive? What's going on? Uh, yeah, the truth is inverse, and I'm gonna share that with you. So let's get into it. It's been October 6th, and I tried to log in into my PokerStars account, but suddenly I couldn't get in. It said that my account has been frozen. And immediately I was going into email to see what happened because I know the stars usually will let you know in the emails. And I found the mail, and I'm gonna share that mail with you. So let's go here and put it like this. Okay, so they said to me, "Hello, Mark. Your account is currently under review for possible violation of general terms and has been temporarily frozen." And they wanted to know details about next things. Please explain in specific details what you have done in over the last year in terms of studying, coaching, and anything to improve your game and advantage over your opponents. Particular details must include username of all players you worked in with any capacity, changing game formats played and studied, and reason why, deliberate change in strategy or playing style implemented in our games, sites other than ours that you've been playing on, software tools, and method used to study. Really, they want to see what and which methods I used to study. Okay, software and tools used as you play on our platform, and likewise for other sites. Approximate dates of all above events, and please also explain your hardware setup and specifications about that. Uh, that was, guys, October 6th. Uh, I was pretty shocked because they have all the tools. They would know if I cheat. They would know if I use RTA. They had the tools that detects using of RTA, that they also can compare my actions based on timing and compare it to the GTO, and they could do it. They If I did it, they would already know it. I would be banned, and yeah, they couldn't find it because I never used any form of cheating ever in my life, and they just froze account without any evidence, anything, and they want to know this type of details about my game. What can I say, guys? I don't think there's a better advertise than this. All you need to do is buy my HUD, my breakthrough HUD, and that's it. You will be that good that even biggest site, best site for playing poker that has the best pool, best players, will ask you how you did it. How are you suddenly that good? What did you do? What are you using? And now this way I need to congratulate to my main developer that did such a tremendous job, because basically he is the guilty that my account has been frozen. So thanks to him, actually, and thanks to him, you couldn't see any content because I didn't make any videos. So in this way, you know who is the guilty one for all of this that happened. Um, just joke aside, I must say that I'm really proud of my developer, because he is not one of the best. He's actually the best developer for hand to node platform, not just my HUD. He's their main and most experienced um creator, developer for all of the hand to node. His name is Raslan, aka Mr. Hobbit, and he did such great job on all of the things I wanted to put in the hat. So uh, just based on the stars email, you can say that he just did a really great job. Okay, so when all that happened, I was like surprised and shocked because they could actually go into Google and Google my nickname, and they could see that I actually stream around uh, 200k hands, 200,000 hands I streamed, or make live videos of entire sessions in it. They could also just Google it and see my results on other sites. They could do anything but not immediately froze my account, but they didn't do it. They just froze account, and then basically they charged me as guilty and tried to that I prove my innocence. Did go into details about any of this stuff that happened, and I was going into the big details. So I answered them immediately after I found the email. I answered them in the next day, 7th of October, and let's see what happened then. They answered me on 20th of October, so. Uh, 2 weeks later, they answered me and told me, "Thank you for your email." That was 2 weeks 2 weeks ago, and they asked me how am I affiliated with Hand to Note and in which capacity. Uh, are you aware of any breakthrough HUD features that doesn't comply with the terms of service of PokerStars? Can you please share the breakthrough HUD with us for a security check? Does your HUD rate, label, or categorize players based on their statistics, display any charts, statistic based on card value, etc.? I told them that actually Hand to Note is my affiliate. I'm not there. They are actually my affiliate because they sell my HUD on their main website. They sell my HUD and they get percentage of sales. Um, I also told them that my main developer is their developer. So there's no way that my HUD can break anything because the guy that made a platform is also made my HUD, so he can't make anything that is against of PokerStars because he's using the hand to node capacity. So that's impossible. And yep, I go into the details. It'd been over 2 weeks. I was actually pissed even there, waiting for 2 weeks, no reply. I started to play on iPoker again. I switched from iPoker to Stars before when I made my breakthrough HUD. It was around before a year and a half, maybe a little less. I switched to the Poker Stars, and now I was back in iPoker, and I play on iPoker all this time that I was frozen on Stars. And I did go again into all of the details, send them my HUD and everything, and I was thinking, you need 2 weeks to to establish all the facts. Even I send them all in details. They could just Google everything easily, but they took 2 weeks for this reply of email that could just go the next day, basically. So I was thinking, why did you take 2 weeks for do everything of that? And there's just one logical explanation. They just wanted me out of this site. Okay, I'll show you now the my results on PokerStars. Okay, let's go into it. So these are my results with the breakthrough HUD on PokerStars. We played 724,000 hands on a site. We win 8.72 BBs in 100. This is our graph. Um, and the biggest thing here is to take that all of this has done without any table selection. I played everybody until the table crashed. I never leave left table, never sit in to be in position next to the anybody, reg or fish. I didn't want to take like any of this stuff that can give you some, even that's completely legal, a legal thing to do, but I didn't do it ever. Never switched it to be in position with a big fish or anything like that. Never used any tools except my breakthrough HUD. Uh, I played with all the regs. There was a lot of times that I only played regs at the table. I played a lot of reg battles, heads up battles, everything of that, and never leave. So I'm like the if there is a fair play in poker, and I all my life I've been in basketball, and I really believe that poker is just a game. Like it's basically for me, it's like a sport, and I believe in fair play. So I played everybody. So I mean, poker stars should see that I played regs, that I crushed regs, and never sit out to anybody, never left table, never switched table, nothing like that, and played with Rex, and they froze me. So they froze me without any evidence, and I'm there on the mid stakes. I'm their biggest winner. Um, had the best win rate, and yeah, they just were so. You see, like 2 weeks after I gave them like 3 pages of going super deeply in details, send them documents, they didn't care. They waited for 2 weeks. I mean, okay, why would you do it? I mean, if you're going to the police, police will ask you immediately what happened. I told them, you can contact me. We can talk live without any problems. I will explain you everything. It's not even that I had that much money on stars. I knew to have like 50, 60K on stars. And I was pretty sure nothing's going to happen. Even they had to spend my account 2 times when I had this amount of money because of like some address stuff and credit card stuff that were like taken care of. But even that lasted around a month. And after that, I decided I will never have that much money on the site again. So I didn't have that much money. So it wasn't about the money. It was about creating a content for you. A lot of you guys that are following me, that are giving me your impressions. You told me that you want to see me playing on the best field, and the Poker Star is definitely the best field in poker. Mid stakes on Poker Stars, and compared to any other site, is just way levels above. Top ranks from the Poker Stars are way better than, for example, top ranks on iPoker. It's not like one level better; they're like more than one level better. And I play these guys every day, and we had a lot of reg battles. Um, and you guys, you want to see me playing, and I did like my all OBS settings were made for Poker Stars, and basically they did disable me for making a content for you. I couldn't make a content on Stars. I couldn't make videos. I couldn't make streams without any evidence, of course. And yeah, that's the reason why I didn't do any videos in that like almost 1 month. Um, okay, we played. I sent them also my results from other sites. It's like pretty clear. I crushed every site I played on, and there wasn't anything there, and they knew it way before. Um, that was just like they could done that check. They have this all of the big their security team. They could done that check in few hours, not 14 days. Okay. Now I'm gonna show you. Actually, I'm gonna go through now number of fishes at the table, so you could see how much hands I played without any fish at the table. We're gonna go all the time here. Okay. So I played almost 120,000 hands without any fish at the table, and my win rate is 4.4 BBs, and EV win rate is 5.5 with only reg battles on the table. And we're gonna go through this year, and This is actually the year that I improved the most. I learned the most. I made a great community here, and I'm actually I played 53, almost 53,000 hands without any fish at the table. We are 6.8 BBs on 100 and over 10 BBs without any fish at the table in EV. And they froze me after that. So, okay, they were maybe curious. How is that possible? What did I do? And guys, I didn't do anything. I just had my HUD and I had my guys from Discord. All these years, I've been a lone wolf. All of these years that I played poker, I was just by myself. And I'm gonna tell you now, this is not the way you want to be. Don't want to be a lone wolf because you will take a lot of mistakes and you're gonna go through the error method, trial and error method. You're gonna go numerous times, over and over, over and over, over and over, and it's hard way, it's hard path, and you don't want to go through that. I've been there, I know that it's possible, you can do it alone. I never had any coaching in my life, I never took any coaching sessions or lessons. I did it all by myself, and I'm telling you that's not the way. I built my community on Discord from zero to over 430 people. We are almost 440 people on my Discord. A lot of top guys and stars are with me. I work with many of them, and we can make a really strong breakthrough team, and I'm proud of that. We have the really, really great community. And now I have to say it's not my breakthrough HUD anymore. It's now our breakthrough HUD because a lot of new updates and ideas has come from you guys. You gave me ideas. You told me, what do you think about this, Marco? Do you want to include this in the HUD? Let's make it better. And the HUD is just a product of our working together. And that's the main thing. We did this HUD. We make it that it looks and that it is so good. And today uh, it's the best HUD on the market. Um, and it's not that I'm just saying that. I have the guys, the top guys using it on stars. And if you go to the Discord, they're using it every day. We're talking about the hands. They're just printing screenshots from exploits based on the HUD. So we make that HUD that good. I didn't do it alone. And the best progress of my gaming has come in the last few months that we did a lot of work together. We have a lot of study sessions together. We are every day commenting hands, discussing about the strategy, talking about the exploits. Because you see, Stars blocked me. They knew I didn't use any RTA. They knew I didn't cheat on any possible way, but they did froze me because they didn't know how is that possible. How is it possible that guy crushes every other regs with 10 BBs, 100? Because is it even possible to do it with fish? They basically thought that it's possible to do it with regs. If you play your hand, if you only play your hand, you will be variance heavy because sometimes you will have a good run, sometimes you will have a bad run, and you're gonna go up and down, up and down. That's the way it goes. And most of people are going in that way, in that direction. Um, but if you are making money from your range and from crushing other people's ranges, with breaking their ranges, you're gonna go way less variance heavy, way, way less. You're gonna struck the downswings way less. It's gonna still happen. You're still gonna be in a run where you just run top of the range, where you get a lot of bad beats, but it doesn't happen. It doesn't matter. It will happen, but it doesn't matter because you will make your winnings from breaking other people's ranges. And like all purpose of my HUD is to give you super good informations about your opponents. You will know them like a back of your hand, and you will know their strategy in any possible situation. And you will know where the range breaks and where you want to attack them. So that's the whole purpose of the HUD. You want to break people ranges, and you will not care if you're playing reg, fish. You can just break them all. So that was the whole point. So most of my game is actually based on super exploitative plays, and that's the reason why stars were that confused, because uh, I'm exploiting other people weak and balanced ranges. And yes, for sure, to be able to do it, you need to know the GTO, you need to know how the GTO works, you need to but the most important step is to know exactly what your opponent are doing. And if you know exactly what are they doing and the HUD gives you exactly that, you will know where to point your attacks at them. So that's the key thing. First part of equation is GTO, but the second part of equation is getting these sick informations, and the HUD is doing that for you. And all you need to do is use that information into your advantage. Uh, and guys, that's basically what I've been doing all of this, my playing time. I've been breaking the ranges with my HUD, only using my HUD and hand to note, and that's it. And now I have a lot more than I had before. I had army of great great guys, great players. We are covered on my Discord from low stakes to high stakes. We have it all, and we have the best players there. We have the best players of the limits there. They are playing there with me and working with me, with us. We are constantly going to improve our game, improve. We are talking about how to exploit guys, how to break ranges, what are the most profitable lines in every hand that we are discussing. So definitely, if you still didn't join our team, be part of our Discord community. All of the guys that are there say they were also nomads, going from one place to another, and they we all find each other there, and it's working really good for us. They said that this best community currently there is available, and I'm pretty sure it is. And we are building a great weapon. So when you play poker, it's same like you're going into battle. It's same like you're going into war. You can go with a knife. You can go even with a gun. So we made bazooka. We made a grenade launcher. We all did it together to have the best weapon uh, for uh, for battle. Poker stars were curious. How is that possible? They can now watch this video without like any of this, even if they read all of the things wrote to them. They can just watch this video and they will know. We just have the best weapon, and we are all together working, and that's the key thing. We are together, we have the great weapon, and we are not afraid of anything. We'll be even better, and we'll be the best players of all the limits that we are playing. Okay, I wanted to share with you a few more informations. First, let's see the result of PokerStars investigation. Okay, so after this, I have answered all of this, send them my HUD, and they said review is completed on October 22. So almost 20 days after, they said, "Hello, Marco. We have completed our review of your account. Thanks for your patience. We have found that you didn't do anything that you didn't go against any of our general terms. We'd like to give us your acknowledgement of our general terms, etc. And once you do that, we will reinstate your account." So I didn't do anything wrong. They didn't say, "Okay, Marco, we are sorry. We froze your account without any evidence. Nothing. I actually lost my chest level. Uh, I was I lost my chest level, I lost my chest, uh, and we didn't get any apologies. So this is the one side of the poker you have. You have the biggest side that is acting like this against their best players. Because like you see here, this is the team stat name ranking for this year on an L200. I am their first guy on, and pretty hefty lead. Even I didn't play basically 1 month at all, and I did play a lot of tournaments, so I didn't play only Poker Stars. I also played a Super Sport Poker, and I'm their leading guy. And this is how they're acting against their top guys. So what do you think, guys? What would they do like to somebody that is just like a fish or a recreational player? They just don't care. If they don't care for the top guys, they will not care for any other guys. Um, and actually, I did also send them. I mean, uh, these are my other accounts. So this is the Super Sport account with the breakthrough. This is our graph there. We run little, not that great, but still we did, I think, decently based on the run that we had. And this is the with the number of fishes on the table. So 28 BBs without any fish at the table. We're gonna go to this year. This year is in euros because Croatia is having euros now. So we are 16 BBs there, 26 without any fish at the table. Uh, and I had also sent them this. I had sent them my graphs from previous site like iPoker that I have documented on my website, breakthroughpoker.com, where I was also doing around 10 BBs on all of these sites. I played also the Winning Poker Network, whereas I had also streamed it, so they could easily knew everything, but they just didn't convict any investigation. Just they just first froze account, and then they basically let me hanging for 20 days because they were pretty sure, what you're gonna do, just find a new site. And that's always the case. I'm a poker player. I want to play poker. If I'm not able to play on Poker Stars, so I play somewhere else. So that was that. Okay. Now I'm gonna just share you what I've been doing basically last 20 days. We were finishing the new update of the HUD, and we did tremendous job. We had now 8 new pop-ups, and we did put some really cool things that actually our guys from Discord uh, gave that ideas, and I just also really like them, and I included them in the HUD. So I'm going to show you now and I'm going to use this opportunity now, and I'm going to use actually now these Poker Stars, all of these that they done. I'm going to use it in my advantage. I'm going to show you that they didn't know how good somebody can be, and I'm going to just tell you a lot of that has with the HUD, because HUD is giving you such a powerful infos that it's easy to use it in your advantage. And I'm going to now show you what we did in our last update. Okay, we're going to go into the range research, guys, once more, because in the range research we can see how the pool is playing, and we can use my HUD for like dissecting what the pool is doing exactly. Okay, and let's now go into the results. Okay, now I'm going to show you first, if you didn't saw, I'm going to quickly go through the last feature before this update that we had that I think it's tremendous and great and can really help you a lot. It is this stack sizes. So uh, you can now see how much somebody is bluffing, bluff raising, folding, everything. You can see how they are doing when the pot is 25 big blinds or less, between 24 and 65. This is the size the pot on the river. So this is the small pots, this is the medium pots, and this is the big pots, and this is the huge pots. So you will see immediately how much they bluff here, how much they bluff when the pot is bigger, and when the pot is huge. And in any poker line, after betting turn, after check check turn, after betting turn in position, after calling turn, how much they will stab in this situation and how much they will be bluffing. You have it all with every size, any poker line, any size of the pot, and you also have that as a caller. and a lot of guys is saying that this is their favorite thing, and uh, even the high stake guys is saying to me in our Discord, they're saying with this pop-up they are just that it feels like cheating, and that even the high stakes regs looks ridiculous when you dissect their strategy in any in basically any possible river scenario. For small pots, medium pots, big pots, huge pots, you're gonna know how much they bluff, how much they bluff raise, what is their calling range like, super huge, deep. What is their calling range with the big bets? What do they call in this situation? Are they ever bluff raising? And you see like you're not gonna find many bluff raises when the pot is this is like a pot of 65 to 120. This is going to be around like basically playing for stack or a little more than a stack. How much they bluff raise? Not that much, guys, at all. Even like on smaller pots, in really small pots you find around 10%, but in bigger pots they're mostly needy. The pool is needy, but also this is the pool. There are players that's going to use this situation and they're going to include a lot of bluffs, and you also want to identify them. So that's definitely really cool thing that we did. And now I'm going to show you the last update that we did, and this is also based on ideas of you guys, and we did it I think really nicely. So we have a pop-up inside of the pop-up. So you have in position as the PFR, and you just click button versus big blind, button versus small blind. This is single raise spot, and you immediately go into the pop-up where you have all the information how your opponent play button versus big blind. So you see what they how much they see bet, double barrel, triple barrel versus the hero, all the sizes, strength of it, and one cool thing that you wanted to see is check behind ranges. You want to see what the guys are checking behind on the flop, turn, and river. Button versus big blind. So we have this is how the pool plays. You can see how much they triple barreling, 52%. We want to see which is the spots they are mostly bluffing, what type of boards they mostly bluff. We can see like one cool thing is how much they're bluffing on the river when, for example, when flush hits, and which type of hands they're using. So when the flush hits on the turn, button versus big blind, we see actually that there's a decent amount of bluffs that they have, and it's mostly gonna be draws. Mostly gonna be draws. So, but they will still have some trashy hands on the turn. That's gonna be blocker related probably. So we're gonna again see that the mostly bluff side is gonna be big sizes and or bets. Still in this flush hits on the turn, it's gonna also be the actually the most bluff size would be 1/4 and less than that. And when we hit on the when we see on the river, so when the flush hits the river, their bluff's still gonna be 29% the pool, and they will mostly be bluffing with the they will be mostly bluffing with an overbet. So 40% uh, uh, when the flush hits river and you face an overbet, it's gonna be bluffy. So a really nice information to have. And we can also see which type of bluffs they used, how much blockers, how much complete trash that's not block related, and uh, I think really nice thing. And we can also see when the flush misses how much they will be bluffing and how much they will be bluffing their missed draws when the flush misses. Okay, now let's see this check behind ranges that a lot of guys told me to make. So we have check behind ranges, and we actually see that people button versus big blind is button versus big blind is really poor checking ranges across all the boards. It's gonna be like especially look at this when somebody's checking deuce through nine, basically any low board, you will know that they are like over 80% weak and you need to attack them heavily. Also, when they are checking basically even the monotone boards, because they will just bet all the equity there, especially like lower monotone boards. When it's ace x monotone boards, they're gonna include some like top pairs, And also the like on the normal ASX boards, their checking range is little stronger than average, but still really weak checking ranges. Generally, they're like checking range across all sizes 65% weak, and basically it will be mostly weak and like super weak on these lower boards and lower drawy boards. Really poor checking ranges there, and on the boards that are actually like ace xx, when they check, they're gonna have it a little stronger in this situation. We also had the check behind turn ranges, and here you have a big surprise. It's gonna be even more weak. So when somebody the check behind turn, you probably have a hotspot for any two cards, and you just want to decide when to want to rep. Do you want to go over bet? But you definitely want to attack these ranges. And again, we see that it's mostly weak on the lower boards, and you want to heavily attack that. And we also have really one cool thing: check behind the river ranges. So you will see now first, is he betting thin for value? Because you're gonna see, for example, on which type of boards they will be mostly weak, and you will also see which type of hands they're checking behind. How much like these two pair plus hands they're checking behind. So that will be situation where he had like a two pair and the river was a flush or like a straight. But you will also see, for example, how much complete trash they are checking behind. So if you see a lot of this type of hands and you go into it and you see that some of that will be like a bottom range, some of will be a 9 high, and that people are checking behind a 9 high on a jack and king on the river, and he's checking behind the 9 high, and you see that in a player, you can just have a really good foundation that this player is not gonna bluff very often. So really cool thing is this check behind range. Okay, we see now how much pull is betting folding to check raise, calling check raise fold turn, calling check. This is also a really cool thing to dissect their how they play against the check raise. So this is how much they fold to flop turn river. Um, and we also see like c bet and 3-bet to check raise, which type of hands they are using as these 3-bet bluffs on the flop, and we see that mostly the like more than 60% of 65% is going to be top pair plus. And actually when you go to the turn, guys, it's going to be 100% value. No, so when you check raise the turn and somebody goes over you on the turn, you're pretty much, this is like whole pool, and it's always a nuts. And also in the river, there is no bluffs there. But now we also have a cool thing like a call check raise fold turn, so you know, will you want to attack them on turn again, and call check raise call turn but fold river. And also cool thing is to see call check raise bet turn, because guys, look at this. So somebody bet the flop, got check raise, call the flop, and you check on the turn, and you see, guys, that their bet on the turn is actually bluff heavy. It's actually bluff heavy. But you want to know on which boards they are actually bluffing the most. And that will be again low boards. So when you check raise, let's say on the board like deuce 4 6, and the turn is like 9 10, any card, you can have really profitable double check raise, because you will face a bet from your opponents really often. So keep that also in mind. We also have call check raise check turn. So this is also really nice to see when they're calling check raise. There are guys that you will connect this with betting turn. You have the guys that will easily check behind the top pair, like a top pair good kicker on the like king jack or ace queen on the ace jack jack 3, ace king on the ace 9 7 9. So we want to identify these guys that are capable of having and that have these strong hands or stronger hands into their checking range on the turn. And you want to know the guys that have weak checking range in that spot, and you want to attack them on river with orbits, and against these guys that have also some like strong hands. Even you see like some two pair plus hands that are checking, like trips of aces, like flush 4-8 on the ace deuce 9 ace. You want to also identify these guys that are capable of doing that. Okay, so we add in the new update in the in position PFR pop-up, we add isolated pop-ups, button versus big blind, button versus small blind. We also did that for trivet pots. So you have, let me see, out of position three better. You now have out of position three better. You have the isolated pop-up big blind versus button. You see their three bet range, fold versus four bet, five bet. When it's isolation happening, you have basically everything for their strategy, and you have it also from. So this is big blind versus button, small blind versus button. So you will know exactly how they play these spots. Then you also have it as a caller, out of position caller. You have it. You have big blind versus button, so we will have the other scenario when the to see how your opponent is playing when he's big blind versus button, how much he folds, what he's stabbing, check raising, and you also have that if somebody has a small blind flatting range, and in today games you're gonna find a lot of players that has it. Okay, you will also have that in for tribute pods, like we said. So that's the 8 new pop-ups that we add that have really cool checking ranges across all streets. Really cool things about check raising, where you can exactly see their check raising strategy. Okay, guys, now I'm going to show you also we did a little slight adjustment of the HUD. I'm going to show you. So now the HUD is looking a little different. We add one more row. So I'm gonna show you what is that. Okay. So now, guys, we have this is the badges. So we have the new row now. So we have this is big blind versus small blind button cutoff early middle position. So first line is three bet, second line is cold call ranges, and we add immediately fold versus four bet. So you will immediately see when somebody is, for example, three betting big blind versus small blind, let's say 20%. You will immediately see without going into pop up to see how much the guy folds to a four bet. So you will immediately see it from the HUD. I think it's really, really useful to have it because you will immediately see which ranges you can attack without going. It's going to take now a lot less time to identify the guys you want to do a lot of four betting against them, and it's just gonna save you time in game because when you click into the pop-up going here want to see how much he falls the four, but you're losing a time, and it's connected to a pop-up. So this is big blind versus small blind pop-up, single raise pot, big blind versus small blind three bet pot, and big blind versus small blind four bet pot. So we have everything in one place, and just you can go through it through HUD, and it's gonna save you time, and I think it's a cool to add it. We also add a marker, so now when you have reads on somebody, for example, if uh, I don't have any reads about this guy, so if you write some reads, for example, so we write something, okay, and we click here, the marker will have the blue or the white block, and you will know you have the reads on the guy, and you can access these reads on the R1, uh, just clicking on it. Yep, guys, that's it for this video. um, and once again, I'm thank you for your time. If you like uh, the things that we did, please give your thumbs up, and I'm always pleased when somebody is giving a comments, bad or good one. You learn from both of it, and it's always better to see a good comment. So yeah, you just feel the support, and you just have more motivation for making videos. So if you like it, guys, like if you like the content, like it, and help us grow the channel. Be part of our Discord community, and let's make our Discord community even better. Let's study together, getting better together, and make my HUD, your HUD, also better. And yep, that's the key thing for me. So I feel your support, and it means a lot to me because by growing the channel, by having a lot more people, we're just gonna have a better community, and that's the key. The key is to have the best guys with us and to just spread and grow the channel, and that much more people have access to the content, and then I'm going to try to make even better content for you. A lot of you guys ask me for if I want to play the Zoom, and actually I could do it. If there are a lot of you guys that want, just say it and I will make some Zoom streams. um, I played actually decent amount of Zoom when around like 2 3 a.m. when tables are starting to crash. I added always a few Zoom tables. So if you want to see the Zoom, also let me know, and I'm gonna try to now the key. I'm gonna just go really strong now after all of this. I made this big update, and it took a lot of time to doing it, to put it all together, all of these ideas and how I want to look it. Now I have everything I needed. Now it's time to just play, learn, and now when I have done, I feel like on mid stakes I'm just easily playing, and now the goal is to attack the higher stakes and be that be a part of my journey and help me to achieve that. And also, I'm going to try to make a better content for you, try to explain you better all the things that I'm doing and the things that you should be doing, because you want to break the ranges. You don't want to wait for cards. You don't want to play the ABC poker. ABC poker doesn't exist. The guys that are playing ABC poker are the guys that are living from the rakeback, that are break even. ABC doesn't exist. All it exists is to break their range, play your range, break their ranges, and play exploitively as you can. And to be able to do it, first learn the GTO, then have great informations, and then use that informations into the exploits. Gonna see you soon, guys. I'm gonna make a new video, and then yeah, if you have any ideas, if you have any wishes, what you want to see, let me know, and I'm going to give my best to do it. Thank you for your time, and I'm going to see you pretty soon.